Hello friends, I'm Neha and welcome back to my channel English Stories with Neha. Today, instead of reading a story, I'm going to be sharing my views. Today's topic is going to be on how some people are suffering from some mental impediments, but despite that have achieved great heights. Let's know about their struggle and what they've been through and how they were able to achieve that. So, here are my views on it. Here it goes. Today we are going to talk about people who have achieved great heights despite having some or the other form of mental ailments. I have a friend who had anxiety and depression. Still, she continued to take her medications on time, and with regular doctor visits, she was able to work for many years in the communication industry and now successfully runs a YouTube channel and is also a very good cook. So you see, people with mental ailments are able to don many hats and are able to contribute greatly to the work sphere too. Many prominent figures like Virginia Woolf, Jim Carrey, and Abraham Lincoln, amongst many others, have achieved greatly despite having mental impediments. Others like artist Vincent van Gogh, entrepreneur Bill Gates, musician Brian Wilson, and Olympian Michael Phelps have also spoken at length regarding their battle with mental issues like depression, bipolar disorder, and ADHD. This shows that if you detect the problem early on, take the right medication on time regularly, and visit your doctor on time at scheduled intervals, these conditions can be managed greatly and a lot can be achieved post it. Take for example Abraham Lincoln, the 16th US President who struggled with severe depression throughout his life. Virginia Woolf lived through bipolar disorder, experiencing phases of intense creativity and despair thereafter. Vincent van Gogh had bipolar disorder. Bill Gates has spoken at length about managing the symptoms of ADHD while building his company Microsoft. Jim Carrey has spoken about his struggle with clinical depression. J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter series, has spoken about her struggle with depression. Winston Churchill, the British Prime Minister, was known to have periods of profound despair which he referred to as his black dog. Michael Phelps, the Olympian swimmer, has time and again emphasized on seeking treatment for depression. Brian Wilson, the founder of the Beach Boys, was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder. Frida Kahlo, the Mexican painter who is celebrated for her famous artwork, often shows glimpses of her daily struggle, both mental and physical, in her art. Lionel Aldridge, a former defensive end for the Green Bay Packers, was diagnosed with schizophrenia and then became an advocate for mental health awareness. A 2008 study published in the University of Cincinnati Law Review suggests that CEOs may be at twice the risk of developing depression due to work pressure than the general population at large. University of California, San Francisco researcher Dr. Michael Freeman found in 2015 that 49% of entrepreneurs who started their own companies were diagnosed with some or the other form of mental illness. The organization Help Musicians UK found in 2016 survey that 71.1% of musicians reported panic attacks or anxiety, while 68.5% struggled with depression. Successful people and normal people all have struggles with mental illness, but the question is, which came first? The success or the mental illness? The chicken or the egg? The answer lies in the fact that the personality traits that make a person be diagnosed with mental illness are the very reasons that make them excel in their workplace. For example, obsession can be linked to OCD, or obsessive compulsive disorder, or risk and novelty-seeking behavior with bipolar disorder. A person can thrive at his work front while still struggling with a mental health issue. The flip side of being successful is that you start to overthink, which brings self-neglect and breeds isolation, which further leads to self-doubt and unnecessary worrying. In such conditions, one might even push away social connections which would have aided in having a robust mental health. Psychologist Deborah Serrani told Forbes in an interview that when you get successful, you miss out on simple pleasures of life like enjoying a quiet family dinner. This further aids the journey from stress and burnout to full-blown mental illness. Successful people further feel the stigma attached to seeking help for mental illness far more than normal people do, simply because they have an image to carry around the world. They have an image of someone who can handle anything at any given time, and hence they continue to work despite burnout, leading to worsened conditions. But when such people hear about other successful people who've had mental conditions in the past and have spoken at length about their struggle with it, they get a ray of sunshine much needed to their stressed out brain, that they can too seek help from a professional and continue to contribute like they do with proper medication and regular doctor interventions. Then it no longer remains a scary thing, because then the person discussing about their mental health might just be someone they admire or aspire to be like in the future, thus making them highly likely to seek help too for their respective mental condition. Hence, it is important to speak about mental health issues so that it encourages other people to talk about it too and seek help on time without the stigma. The more the people talk about it, the less the stigma. So friends, these were some of my views on how some people, despite having some or the other form of mental illness, have been able to achieve great heights. I've cited a lot of examples and shown you how people have conquered their fears, their problems. And sometimes the only way to solve a problem is through it. So with doctors, regular interventions, periodic visits, and on-time medication, things can be helped out. So if you've got any story recommendations, please mention in the comment section, and I would love to read it to you the next time round. Also, do give feedback about what you liked about this video. Additionally, I would want you to please like my content, comment, share, and subscribe the channel. So with a promise to meet you again sometime else on some other episode, some other time, this is me, Neha, signing off for now. Until then, take care.